Hello, I'm Vic from the Solar System Network, and today we come to you with daily life in medieval times. In medieval Europe, the daily life you lived had to do with how rich or poor you were. They lived by the feudal system that separated the rich people from the poor people. Many people lived on manors which were made up of one or more villages, which had up to 600 people in them. The daily life of lords and nobles in medieval times was to discuss religion, state business and land matters. If there was a war, the nobles and lords had to fight for their king. Some things nobles would also do during the day were to spend time writing poetry or making art or music. Nobles and kings fought to have control of rich farmlands. Nobles also practiced fighting with their weapons on a daily basis. Nobles also enjoyed hunting for wild animals. A few times a day noblemen would also pray. The daily life of a knight was similar to that of nobles and lords. A knight spent most of his time training. He would practice weapon and fighting skills and would keep strong and fit. The daily life of a noblewoman was very different to that lived by men. Most of her time was spent running the household. During the day, the noblewoman would talk about things such as marriages, poetry, food, tapestry, music and art. The daily life of a peasant was by far the hardest life in all of Europe. Male and female peasants made up most of the population. Most peasants were farmers growing crops and caring for the land owned by their lord. The best of the crop would go to the lord. The daily life of a peasant woman was to look after the animals, milk the cows, and use and make cheese. She would have looked after her children and cooked all the meals. They would have done some spinning and weaving to make their own clothes. Thank you, goodbye. I am almost out of oxygen. I better be quick.